Hello. No, if you watch City TV religiously, you should know who always starts his show with those golden words. Hello. oh, Charlie, I'm not kidding, but you check it out. Just pay attention, and maybe I can ask you if you can guess who that is. I mean, if you think you know, write your answer on the Facebook stream or on the YouTube video. I will share the answer at the end of the show so that we see who got it right, okay? Now, times are nuts. Give us cola. I didn't know a time will come when cola nuts will be so valuable. I think at this point, we need to add cola nuts to our non-traditional exports. It will fetch us plenty money, man. At least, if not dollars, naira, you know. But you get me, right? Organized labor has been demanding 20% of their basic salary as cost of living allowance cola. It's a massive agitation that has rocked the labor front. Already, all 4 teacher unions are on strike. Like we heard Angel Kabonu say the last time, the unity in poverty and hunger is stronger than apartheid. It turns out, not only teachers are hungry and poor, doctors say they are hungry and poor. Nurses and midwives say they're hungry and poor. Public service workers, they're hungry and poor. Senior staff of public universities, hungry and poor. Uber drivers, hungry and poor. In fact, a part of me strongly feels if our men and women in uniform had a chance, they would have said they are also but because of the nature of their work, they can't talk. And because some of them have beaten me before, even if it is through me, I will say it there. I will say it there. In fact, times are really rough and tough, or if you like, tough and rough. Even slave queens are saying they are hungry and poor. So you can imagine the unity in hunger and poverty. One, as my votarity people do, Agbanto, it is stronger than apartheid. Avalia, it is widespread. In other words, unless you belong to Team Abanga, Kombe Diobia, Peche, Peche. Thank you for joining us. This is Backpage on City TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. You can find me on all socials as Caleb Kuda. Now, it is true that times are rough and tough, rough and tough. But believe me, some people are really enjoying. Honestly, I was shocked to my bones when I discovered that my budget for a 2-year rent advance, right, is the cost of somebody's wig. Hey! Poverty is a crime against humanity. Like the roof over my head for 24 months is the hostel. Your hostel on somebody's head for 3 hours. No, this life never balanced. But you see, like Nana Tufo Boateng will always say, Yesu kra, ye jai him. In other words, economic hardships have nothing on our Salah celebrations.
The Salah is 3 days celebration. So we'll use the 3 days to celebrate and enjoy.
Why is this one hanging here? Any plans for this one?
Yes, the plans are tomorrow we are going to share to our loved ones and everyone. That's why we hang it. If possible, we fry some and give it to our neighbors so that they will taste it and be happy.
Happy belated Salah, or how do I say it? Yeah, I mean, you people didn't give me any meat, but me, I no bore. Honestly, Ghanaians and Kasano, we are either very resilient or like some super magicians. I believe we are rather really resilient people who do magic no matter what. Because we will complain, no salary increase, because of things that are going on. But Chale, when it comes to our celebrations, we don't play. And you see, while you may be at home, sitting at home complaining, there are no jobs, there is no money and all of that, some are making money big time. Just that, inshallah, they will never pay for e-levy.
Last year we sold about 30 cows here. It's not easy. But this year we sold like 25 cows. But we give thanks to Almighty Allah.
Tell me about it. Will you pay any taxes on the sales that you've made?
Two.
To government?
Nah.
No.
Nah, I'm paying e-levy than things. Which tax am I supposed to pay again? I'm paying e-levy. Someone will buy a cow and send it on my Momo. I'll pay my e-levy there. It's also a tax.
Honestly, I don't think anyone should begrudge this young man. It is government's responsibility to find innovative means of getting everyone either into or under the tax bracket or the tax net or basket, whichever one. Because honestly, formal sector workers, they are over milking us too much. But you let me focus. So Caleb, focus. While it's government's responsibility to find innovative means to get more taxes, the e-levy is certainly not it. No, it's not.
The Afrobarometer report further revealed that only 2 in 10 Ghanaians endorse the new tax, while 76% of them think the e-levy is a bad idea because it will increase the tax burden on the poor and ordinary citizens. 75% of Ghanaians also expressed doubt that the government will fulfill its pledge to use the revenues generated by the e-levy to fund development programs.
You see, maybe Honorable Ken Oforiatta and the originators of the e-levy are not aware of this. Guys, do you remember the pain you felt in your heart when a Samoan missed that penalty at the World Cup against Uruguay? Good. That pain, anytime you reflect on that picture, mental picture, then you feel the pains in your heart fresh. It's piercing you. That's the kind of pain the e-levy inflicts on us, at least for me. What about you? It's true, eh? Charlie, it's the devil's communion, man. Now that we are no longer a proud nation and we are going to IMF now, sir, Sebita Fletcher, would you cancel the thing? At least we'll pay the toll, cancel the e-levy. Or you dare review it and Ghana for, you want to continue paying? So I should come up for there? Okay, Nana Twaso. Ghana voice you are pay. Show them. While you show them, let me show you. Let me bring something to your attention while you show them.
And they say, Minister of Finance, Minister of Health, Sanko for me and say, won't come boom no moon post. They say, be a bad thing. Ye, Juma, also be scanned. Watch out, Cosira. I say, what bro? Oh, who call grandpa on picket. Yes, sure, Omo, Ebinum yet the Bussian and Co school. Ebinum ya wama. Ayani as your mamma. Nana yen, Juma. You bet me, you bet me a day.
A moment of silence. I mean, let's take a break. Yeah. Welcome from that break. I am sorry we went on a break on a heartbreaking note, but see, people are suffering, honestly. No joke about that. But let's see something that will put a smile on your face. Take a look.
And running to be Prime Minister when you're a 42-year-old is by definition ambitious. But I am ambitious, but for our country and for our party. I chose to become a Conservative MP to serve, and I chose this country because here I could breathe free and I could be everything that I wanted to be. I grew up in Nigeria and I saw firsthand what happens when politicians are in it for themselves, when they use public money as their private piggy banks, when they promise the earth and pollute not just the air but the whole political atmosphere with their failure to serve others. I saw what socialism means for millions. It's poverty and broken dreams. I came to Britain determined to make my way in a country where hard work and honest endeavour can take you anywhere.
Amazing. She's 42. She's running to be Prime Minister of the UK after Boris Johnson resigned. You know that. She says she's coming from Nigeria, where politicians promise the earth, but end up not only polluting the air, but the political atmosphere. Boss. Boss, my brother, boss. Now, from the UK, maybe we should make a stop at Sri Lanka before we come back to Ghana. Oh! The guys literally chased their president away from the country. Charlie? And they burned the Prime Minister's residence. Or is it the other way? Yeah. Oh. Charlie, this is serious. No, but it was the guy swimming in the presidential pool for me, man. And the boys gymming, and they were taking selfies in the garden. No, when they say that when the poor are left with nothing to eat, they will eat the flesh of the leaders who mismanage their country's resources. I think this is a classic example. It's serious. Now, there is a school called Moframfa Drain JHS. You get it? You don't get it? Forget about it. By the way, now, those of you who wish Ghana would get to Sri Lanka, no, that level, no, shame on you. Shame on you. You want to go and take Adosho Boy's chair, the one we've been taking everywhere. You want to go and take it, Abi? God has exposed you. What's refreshing is that the IMF says we are nowhere close to Sri Lanka. Very refreshing.
In the case of Sri Lanka, I think behind closed doors, we've been signaling for the longest time that, look, at this pace, you will need to address the situation a bit faster. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that's not the direction that was taken. And therefore, the country was put in a corner and, to a point where it was no longer possible to just disperse the money when they needed it, right? But I think we are, I believe, on record to, indicate to the policymakers that the pace at which things are going is really not right.
Now, this is refreshing to hear, except that for many Ghanaians, the president and his economic magicians have put all of us in an unnecessarily difficult place for its own ego's sake.
Look at the situation we have gotten ourselves in. And indeed, Bernard, I don't know whether you've observed, in a school of about 2,000 students in boarding house, only about 500 will go to dining hall regularly. Because one, the food is not good. Two, the students are not even enticed to eat that type of. So we are even wasting money and we are wasting resources. Look, the free senior high school is burdened the government. The source money that the government ought to take from the petroleum money, for the past 6 months, they've not been able to get resources from that source money. And yes, because of political expedience and political ego, nobody will listen to the voice of reason.
Okay, everyone, calm down. Let me ask you a question, a series of them actually. How many of you want government to review the free SHS program? Raise your hands and let me see. Okay, let me define review. You want government to stop the school feeding because Adiana Pasca, so that parents will pay. Let me see your hands. Okay, now how many of you want the boarders to pay while the day students don't? I want to see. Okay, I see you. Now, how many of you want government to allow parents who have the means to pay more so that government can use very meager to take care of those who really need it, like Ashesi does? Okay. I can see many of you want the government to take a real look at the free SHS, correct? Especially now that we are no longer a proud nation, rising star of Africa. We will never go to the IMF. I have news for you. All of those of you who are critics, no, but wait, listen, Seda.
It's important to to say that free SHS is a revolutionary policy, right? So why cancel it? So it to me, I don't even, it's not even clear why that conversation. It doesn't mean that it's perfectly sustainable and efficient now. So that's a different conversation. But as for the policy, I really don't see why it needs to be cancelled. I mean, secondary education, as we know, and we've seen for a lot of studies, is correlated with a better economic development path, right? So to me, there's no debate on whether the policy, needs to stay. The debate is more on, how do we make it sustainable and how do we make sure that we achieve efficiency gains there.
See, already, even before we went through that humiliating experience of going to IMF, all your suggestions were seen as criticisms from bitter critics and professional Jeremiahs. Now that the IMF has given us their blessings, dear, go and read Exodus 9:12. You don't read your Bible, you see? Let me give you a gist. It said, and God hardened. Continue. Okay, there's this funny guy who is an actor, Ghanaian actor, Yabo or something. He said something really profound. Like inflation is almost 30%, we know. Fuel prices keep increasing, we understand. The cost of everything is out of the roof, that is true. But he says, Ghana teachers, when government gave you salary free, when you were not going to work because of COVID, you didn't complain that but government wants to kakrabia. Then you are stabbing government in the back. Wickedness. I can't agree with him. But the teacher unions to say they started talking about COLA long time. They didn't mind them, government, I mean. Meanwhile, they went to give themselves Article 71 office holders, fat salaries and exponential as glacier. So, Okoto die, nebodwe. Hello. Teachers are talking to you. Anyway, that's correct. Hello. Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend. See you.
Hello, welcome to Footprint. Hello, welcome to Footprint. Hello, welcome to Footprint. Hello, welcome to Footprint. Hello.
Hello.